This is He Knows His Sport, bringing you that heat and that fire. All right, folks, listen, hear me, and hear me fucking well. Get the notepads out, get to the damn scribbling, because I'm going to break down what Keith Thurman said. I see a lot of different YouTubers and outlets, media outlets are trying to figure out what Keith Thurman's saying, but I'm going to be the one that explains to you guys on a level that nobody else can explain it on. Because like I said, Keith Thurman is a two-dimensional thinker. So in order to understand what he's saying, you have to at least, at minimum, be a two-dimensional thinker, or like me, be a three-dimensional thinker. I'm a three-dimensional thinker. So let me break it down to you. Here's what Keith Thurman is basically saying. He's not sitting here saying that he's going to duck Errol the True Spence. The problem with folks is they only understand things literally. There's literal understanding and there's figurative understanding. Let me say that again. There's literal understanding and figurative understanding. Remember, I work in the profession with the mind, so I understand the mind better than anybody. So hear me again and hear me fucking well. Keith Thurman basically wants Errol the True Spence to retire his ass. Let me say that again, because I need this one to marinate in the corpus callosum. It needs to marinate in the cerebellum. Keith Thurman wants Errol the True Spence to retire his ass. But before Keith Thurman gets retired by Errol Spence, he wants to make sure it's for all of the marbles, and he wants to make sure that he's getting the most amount of money. Because Keith Thurman is about them dollars. Hence the Manny Pacquiao fight. Keith Thurman is going to steamroll Manny Pacquiao via 10th round KO stoppage via Juan Manuel Marquez style. Once that happens, and Keith Thurman wins impressively, because I'm giving you guys foretelling of events. So that's what I'm telling y'all. Remember, I'm the prediction king. The prediction king strikes again. Remember that again. The prediction king strikes again. Once Keith Thurman wins in impressive fashion, you guys have to think for a second. What's the more marketable fight? Errol Spence fighting a AARP retirement Pac-Man style? Because if Errol Spence beats Manny Pacquiao, they're not going to give him credit. They're going to say, basically, he mangled, he body snatching work, he gave him the levying onslaught of the tactical aggression, the technical punching placement, and the body snatching work punishment style, right? He did this to an AARP retirement Pac-Man. So if anything, they're going to criticize Errol the True Spence. He's going to get a major flack or major amount of criticism because he mangled and he punished a old washed up fighter. This would be the same case for Terrence Bud Crawford. This is why you have to understand, at this point, as good as Spence is, as good as Crawford is, they need legacy fights. Let me say that again. As good as Spence is and as good as Crawford is, they need legacy fights, folks. They need fights that are going to make their name at the welterweight division. Say what you want. Keith Thurman is still the guy at the welterweight division. I know folks don't want to hear this, but you got to let this one marinate. He never lost at 147. He's the last unified champion at 147. Yeah, I get it. He had a litany of injuries. I get it. He's ducking Spence. He's ducking Crawford. But men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So I know y'all don't want to face this, but you guys know what I'm saying is the truth, because it's the cold-hearted, unadulterated, and cutthroat truths. And the truth of the fact of the matter is this. Thurman is a more impressive and legacy type of win for Errol the True Spence or Terrence Bud Crawford. We know Errol Spence is going to get that because they're on the PBC side. Sorry, Bud. Should have signed with PBC. Just like I need Bud to fight a Danny Garcia, or I need him to fight a Kell Brook. These guys need to fight legacy types of fights. This is what's going to define their boxing careers, folks. This stuff needs to happen. So Keith Thurman is going to steamroll Manny Pacquiao. And when that happens, think of the build-up for the Spence versus the Thurman fight. We're going to get what we want, folks, in 2020. I'm telling you guys right now. Remember, I'm the first one to say this. Y'all going to put respect on my name. When Keith Thurman steamrolls Manny Pacquiao, we're going to get in 2020, because Keith Thurman already told your ass he ain't fighting 3 times. We're going to get Thurman versus Spence in the first half of 2020. Right? At that time, I'm assuming that Terrence Bud Crawford and his team, after they fight that bullshit fight with Mean Machine that's being worked this year, then next year he gets either a Danny Garcia or a Kell Brook type, right? And then we build that shit up for September for Spence versus Crawford. You see how 2020 is going to look? I just gave y'all what 2020 is going to look like. Thurman needs to be there, because Thurman is that fight that's going to bring everyone out of the backyard. Basically, what Thurman was trying to say is, I want to build up that fight with Spence, because if he's going to retire my ass and I'm going into boxer commentating, then I need it to be for all of the marbles. I got married. I think I have kids. I'm ready to retire, folks. I ain't boxing no more. After Manny Pacquiao and after Errol the Truth Spence, I need to make as much money as possible. That's what Keith Thurman's about. He's about his dollars, more so than his legacy right about now. But he knows if he fights Manny Pacquiao and then Errol the Truth Spence, he don't need to box no more. He can go into commentating. And then people will give him respect because he came back. He fought Manny Pacquiao, a legend, went through an arduous fight there, steamrolled his ass, and then got retired by Errol the Truth Spence. So then you're going to have to respect him, because that fight that everybody was saying that he was supposedly ducking, it ended up happening. This is what's going to happen. See, a lot of folks didn't understand that. They think, oh, Thurman's just going to retire. He ain't going to fight Spence. No, he's going to fight Spence. But he wants to make sure it's for all of the marbles, and he wants to make sure all of the money is on the line. Remember, I was the first one to say this. When nobody else said it, I said it. So just remember to come back to this video and put a comment down below and put respect on my name. This is He Knows His Sport. Checking out.